it go. I wanna lose control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna dance with you under the light. I toasted all I want. I toasted I got life. I toasted the lovers. I toast to you and I. I toasted all I want. To you and I. To you and I. I'm on the edge. Feels like I've been walking on ice. Wanna let everything go and feel alright. When I hear the drums and the heartbeats, sweat drip down our bodies. Oh, I know we're living. When it's done, we gonna have a good time. 1,000 hands up to the sky. We gon' get toasted tonight. I've been feeling it all day. I wanna let it go. I wanna lose control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna.
Good morning, millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast. Happy Thursday. It's almost Friday. Gonna get down on Friday. We were just talking about how Kids Bop released their new music video for their take on Lizzo's Truth Hurts. And it's so crazy. Like, those kids are fucking crazy.
It's why friends great till they gotta be great.
Yup.
It's good stuff, honestly.
I just
it's
took a DNA test. Turns out I'm 100% that kid.
It's about a friendship that went south, and honestly,
relatable.
It's pertinent to the situation.
I can't believe you're wearing your hair straight today. I didn't notice that.
Yes, I'm trying something new with my hair. Does it look really long?
Yeah, it does.
But I also just wanted to serve up some professional glamour on the show today.
I could tell with that quilted crop sweater jacket.
Right, it's tweed season for a number of reasons. One, because I'm in the paper this morning and they're calling me a host, which, you know what, I am, and I'm going to dress for the job that I have.
And the job that you want.
Right. Two, I'm in the paper this morning, so there might be some new people here, and I just wanted to show them that we're a professional morning show, you know?
Yes.
Even if we go off the rails sometimes, we're it.
These jeans, clean.
These jeans, $25,000. And three, we actually have something to do today where we have to look nice. So I was like, I always go through this where I'm like, you know what, I'll wear something on the show and then I'll change before the thing we have to do. But it's like, why don't the toasters get the best of me?
No, totally. She got the best of me. She broke my heart. Did you see that video of all those drunk people at Waffle House at 3 a.m. and the music comes on and it's Beer Never Broke My Heart and they're all banging their heads singing? Yeah.
Where'd you see it?
Twitter.
How did that
those things? Those are things I need to see.
Honestly, that was something I thought for sure Margot saw. And you know what? I started following Luke Combs' updates on Twitter and it's really improved my quality of life.
Also, maybe you didn't see the video because you're in the Waffle House.
Oh, probably. I was
Because you hit your head against a wall and forgot about it.
Yeah.
So yes, crazy day, crazy times, crazy world.
Crazy. It's been a really crazy week, but now we're nearing the end of the week and we're here to give you a great show.
And I was going to be home for my first weekend home in forever. I feel like I say that all the time, low-key I'm home all the time. I need to relax, I'm so busy, And I'm going to Malibu this weekend, I'm Malibu Barbie.
Yeah, that's very she of you.
It's actually so fun.
No, we've been to Malibu. I've never spent time in Malibu, not looking for Yolanda Hadid's old house.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, and I found out another interesting factoid about Robert Smith, who's this billionaire who we've been talking about. He also just bought Yolanda Hadid's old house in Malibu.
You're lying.
Someone DM'd that to me. But I don't know if it's true.
Kylie just buy it?
No, she was renting it. I think she just took a staycation somewhere.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes, and another piece of information that we didn't know about the college that he spoke at, that it was an all-boys. It's a HBCU, historically black college and university, and it's very prestigious, so all's well.
The story just keeps getting better.
Yeah. No, I know. It's the best story, and honestly, if Robert Smith's daughter's not a toaster, I'm going to be so upset.
I'm going to be upset too. It's a story that keeps on giving. I hope tomorrow you have a new update for us.
I'll let you know. He's just, and so many people work for him in his companies, and they've been DMing me saying he's such a great guy. Wow. And that the Birkin rumor is totally true. And then the executives, someone also
What kind of Birkin we talking? Crocs?
So the Birkin wives got Birkin.
They should make
the executive wives got Birkins, but then a one level lower, the president.
The C-suite?
Yeah, they got Prada.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Don't stamp your last season Prada shoes at me, honey. There needs to be a show about the Birkin wives.
Yeah.
The Wives of the Execs at Robert Smith's company.
Oh, totally.
I would watch.
Me too. I would literally watch anything these days because television is trash. Except Real Housewives of Dallas, which we will recap at the end of the show, was fucking amazing.
It was.
It's slowly turning into like one of the better franchises.
100%. I loved having Stephanie Holman on the show yesterday.
Oh yeah, oh my god, so much has happened since then. I literally forgot. She's the most beautiful woman.
She's a precious gem of a woman.
She, I think, had a good time.
I think she did too. And you know what was one of my favorite things about her? Like, I think she got most excited when we were talking about Holman lockers.
I totally agree.
And it's like, that's how much she like rides for her husband.
Yeah.
That she's like excited to give him so much shine when it's like always about her being fabulous.
No, I couldn't agree more. And then before the show started, she was like telling us how excited she was because she listens to the toast. I'm like, oh my god, Stephanie Holman, P-Jam herself, is a toaster. P-Jam Rihad, like I can't.
I can't.
She has so many acronyms. P-Jam, Rihad, everything.
Everything.
And then we also have Abigail Baker on the toast at the end of this episode. No,
Abigail
her
Hawk.
Abigail Baker. Her name is Abigail Hawk, but she plays Abigail Baker. It's confusing.
It is.
And she is here to promote Blue Bloods and a new show she's working on. So I'm so motherfucking excited to talk to her. Like, I was reading the comments of the questions we got for her on Instagram, like getting more excited.
Me
you know?
too.
I'm happy for you
They
guys.
had actually really good questions.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to hear her
And she
answer.
just like gets to like talk to Tom Selleck like almost every day.
Every single one of her scenes is with Tom Selleck.
Right.
Oh, because she works for him.
Yes.
Yeah, and Gormley, like the
Does
best
he gift
Sarge.
Does he gift Birkins?
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. So I believe
I think it's time because we actually have some good stories today.
Okay.
Some piggybacking off of previous stories, and it's going to be good stuff. So without further ado, here are the past 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
And it's time, and I'm gonna let you do what you gotta do, but in the words of, my dear friend Kanye West, I'm gonna let you finish. But I would be deeply heartbroken, remiss, and devastado if I didn't let you guys know that today's episode is brought to you by the farmer's dog. So I have a dog, and he is hungry all the time. And for a long time I was feeding him kibble just because like that's what they sell in the store, and like I watch TV and like all the dogs eat kibble. But at the end of the day, if you think about it, kibble is like the fast food of dog food. It's like really not that good. It's not made from fresh ingredients. So that's why we love the farmer's dog. Because if you've ever wondered why every dog food, no matter how pretty the bag is, or the brand, or the price, is dry, smelly, and burnt out pallets, why do we feed this stuff to our beloved pets, literally my son, for every meal of their life? Well, now we don't have to, thanks to the farmer's dog. The farmer's dog makes it easy to feed your dog real fresh food, actual food you can see, smell, and taste, if you really want to. They deliver it right to our house exactly when we need it. We just reach into the fridge, open, and pour. They're real USDA fresh vegetables. I love the turkey recipe with carrots and spinach, and there's no wondering what's in our dog's food because we actually see the ingredients every time we serve it. The farmer's dog has worked with top vets to make their food complete and balanced for your dog, so you know they're getting the nutrition they need to thrive. And it's pre-portioned for them, so you don't have to worry about under or overfeeding, because for the longest time I was severely overfeeding Theo, and when my vet came over, she's like, how much are you feeding him? And I'm like, a cup per meal. And she's like, a cup per meal? My 600-pound Rottweiler eats that. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. So now he's on a third of a cup. But like, it's really hard to know. I'm not a doctor. It's hard to know what the right portion is. So with plans starting at just $3 a day, less than a morning coffee these days, I'm able to make it work for our family. And we have peace of mind knowing that Theo is making a long-term investment in his health. The farmer's dog is a smarter, healthier
because he's a doctor.
Pet food, making it as simple as possible to give your dog a better diet. Start your trial today. Go to thefarmersdog.com/toast and you'll save 50% and get free shipping. That's thefarmersdog.com/toast for 50% off your trial with free shipping. Thefarmersdog.com/toast.
Sign on. Look like Theodore Fichemin.
Everyone wishes they could be Theo.
Everyone. I wish I could be Theo. Just getting stroked.
All the girls want to be
day.
him. All the guys want to fuck him.
Yep. It's good stuff. Okay.
Oh, also, really quickly, while we're just like promoting stuff, I did a Patreon episode with Taylor Strecker. Taylor Strecker was literally at my house for 5 hours, and like I didn't want her to leave. Like we did a podcast episode for her podcast, Taste of Taylor, which I think is coming out this week, and then we did a Patreon where we took questions from the Patreon members, and it was just like the best episode. She is so open about everything, because like when I first met her years ago, she was married to a man, and then she was dating this girl, and like her background was so interesting, and she like really was having trouble like identifying herself because she never thought she was gay, but she like fell in love with her best friend. So she's like, no, I'm not gay. Like if Taylor died, like I would go back to dating men. I'm like, okay. And now like so many years later, we were talking about like how she labels herself, and she really labels herself bisexual now, which I just thought was so interesting, like the arc of how she like came into who she was.
Yeah.
She's such an interesting person. It's a great episode.
I'm so excited to listen to it.
And she's fucking hilarious, and she's the only person louder and talks faster than me.
No, she's such a pro. go, and she's interesting. It's hard to get you a girl who does both.
We didn't even prep. Like, we just, like how we do it. For most people, I'm like, I talk them through. She just sat down. We recorded for like 3 hours, and we could have gone more. I really love her.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay, well, first story, it's some sad news because Kylie Jenner has been hospitalized for a severe illness.
She is very hospitable. Just ask Jordan Woods. Oh! Pew, pew, pew! Shots motherfucking fired!
Kylie Jenner is... What happened?
What? Oh my God.
A fly?
No! I just overexerted so much, like a piece of food came flying out my throat.
Wow.
Looked like a little piece of rice. Piece of kibble.
That's on brand.
Yeah.
Kylie Jenner is suffering and has been for several days with an intense illness that required her to check into a hospital this week, TMZ has learned. Sources familiar with the situation tell us Kylie was admitted to an LA area hospital. One source described it as a severe flu-like symptoms, which included nausea and dizziness. So then Kylie took to her Instagram and posted, "Hi guys, so as you know, I was getting ready to go to Paris for the Bon Mars show at Paris Fashion Week for the launch of my makeup collab with Olivier," which, by the way, the collab
looks the coolest thing.
So cool.
It looks awesome.
It's not for me personally, because it's like I don't go with such, crazy colors, but it's like something I want to hang on my wall.
Yeah, no, by the way, like,
it's art.
Kylie and the collabs, like, this is so fucking prestigious.
This is prestigious, it's in tune, it's everything. She said, "Unfortunately, I'm really sick and unable to travel. I'm heartbroken to be missing this show, but I know that my amazing team and my friends who are in town for the event will help me be there in spirit. Creating this collection with Olivier has been a dream. Of course, this collection isn't just for runway. I created this so that you can have a piece of this once-in-a-lifetime event. I'm so proud of this collection and of Olivier, and our friendship, vision, and creativity really comes across in the products we created for you guys. Make sure you guys watch the show with me on Friday. It's going to be an epic event, and I can't wait. I love you, Olivier. Congratulations, and I'm sending you all of my love."
This just sucks. Like, Kylie does nothing. Like, she stays at her house all fucking day. She goes to like 3 events a year, and like, this is an important one because she has a collab and because it's cool. It's Paris Fashion Week, and homegirl gets sick.
Yeah, like, she doesn't do nothing. She works from home.
Yeah, no, you know what I mean. She doesn't leave Calabasas usually.
Yes.
Her office is in Calabasas.
The once in a few times that she
Yeah.
has to, she's been struck down by an illness. But I think the show is still going to be great. It'd be so cool if she was there.
I know.
But now I'm really excited for this show. And I think like her getting sick and now promoting the show is gearing
Better
up
for the brand, maybe.
Yeah, it's like gearing up a lot of excitement. Like I was excited for the collab, but I didn't know there was a fashion show involved.
Right,
so
me
like,
too.
cool, now I'm excited. Where can I stream it?
And you saw that her assistant Victoria and Stas did like the unboxing, because they're in Paris. I guess they were waiting for her, but she didn't end up coming. They did the unboxing, they swatched. It was just as good as Kylie's.
It was actually hilarious. They were like, "Please apologize for our swatches. Like
we're
this
not
is our
Kylie.
first time."
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's so funny because people get really upset by bad swatches.
Yeah, and like you can't, like you can't have like hairy arms. Like I have moles and hair on my arm. Like I would be the worst fucking swatcher.
Yeah, I'm so vascular. Like there's so many
so
veins.
many freckles. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
If I did, I would need to get like an arm wax and also Facetune.
Well, I feel like she probably does her own swatches on Victoria because, like, when they're home, so maybe just
And
Stas
also,
is
you
doing it on
can't
Victoria.
actually hold a phone, swatch, and use your arm. Like you need at least 3 hands, maybe 4.
Yeah, no, I think you need 2. Someone to hold the phone and someone to swatch. Victoria and
yeah, but
Stas.
three hands. I mean, not 3 sets of hands. Like 3 actual hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. Also, speaking of swatches, did you see the trailer for the Jeffree Star documentary?
I did.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I actually didn't watch the first one that people loved, and I think Jeffree Star was like this really like controversial, polarizing figure. But the first documentary like really humanized him, and I think was really helpful in like launching his career even further. So I think it's great they're doing another one. I feel so conflicted about Jeffree Star because like I don't know what he calls his fans, but like I am one of them. Like every time he releases a new video, I watch it. Like my YouTube app has recently become like my favorite thing, and I just think he does such interesting hauls. Like he did an entire one of Dollar General makeup. Like they have their own brand, and it was actually pretty good. But when it came to that whole Tati drama, like I really was not on his side.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling like, a conflicted stan.
I understand.
And I'm in the Morning Tube, the Morning Toasters YouTube group, and it's just like they are a wealth of knowledge. Like there is so much history. Like Jeffree Star has been on the internet.
I just joined the Morning Tube.
He's been on the internet since MySpace. He actually started out as a singer. Like there's so much there that I don't even know. We need him on the show.
Yeah.
Jeffree Star.
Yeah.
I feel like he's never in New York.
Yeah.
I feel like he doesn't leave his house.
No, he doesn't leave his house because it's fucking enormous, and he also now has a fucking enormous house in Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is where his boyfriend's from.
Jackie, did you ever end up watching his Pink Vault?
Of course
his
I did.
closet?
I was literally choking. It was crazy.
And Jackie, you should watch his videos because
I've watched a lot of his videos, and then the last video I watched was the Kylie skin video.
I know, that one was
with
disappointing.
Shane, is
Yeah.
that the documenter? And it was disappointing. And that was like, I was very much in the YouTube drama for a minute with James and Tati, and I just wanted to get to know all the players. And then after that video, I was like, this is too upsetting.
You know, that one was really upsetting, but that's what I mean when it's like, it's conflicting, especially in YouTube. Like, being a stan of someone is so hard because there's so much drama. Like, everyone is like on bed, and Jeffree Star like is so anti-Kylie, and it's so annoying. And like, I just watched a video he did. It was me and Margaret watched. It was 40 minutes. He reviewed Lady Gaga's House Laboratories.
Ooh.
And it's literally 4 products. It's like an eyeliner and like some lip glosses and eyeshadows. Like, it's not a full makeup line.
What was the consensus?
Well, he like liked it, and it was just like, I can't imagine that it's that much better or worse than Kylie's. It's like, he goes after Kylie's because I think it like makes him feel cool, and I don't think it's a real gripe with Kylie's products, and that's what makes me upset. But I still really like him, but like, there are parts of his business that I don't like.
What bothered me about the Kylie skin video wasn't anything that Jeffree did. It was actually the other. Shane was really annoying me. Like, Jeffree was using everything, giving pros and cons, and that's like a very good...
Shane was like, it's in my mouth. I'm like, you did 500 pumps of the foaming fucking face wash.
It's in your mouth because you put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
So then it was in your mouth.
It tastes bad. Yeah, it's a fucking face wash.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna watch this documentary. I couldn't get through the whole trailer even, but I also don't know that it's for me because I'm not like so.
But they also they were filming the documentary during the James Tati Jeffree drama, so that part might be really interesting.
But it also feels like the documentary is a lot about Shane.
Yeah, you know, I'm not a Shane stan. Like, I like the stuff he makes, but I watched something he did with Jake Paul, and he was at his house talking so much before Jake Paul even got there, and I skipped right through it. Like, to me, he's not the star, he's the filmmaker.
Yeah. Okay, well, it'll be interesting, and it'll be cool when it comes out. Okay, we're thinking of Kylie, wishing her the best. Hopefully she gets well soon, and I hope everything is okay.
And I hope it's not contagious.
Yeah, but I also, sometimes when people like are sick, you never know what is actually going on. Yeah. So I just hope that everything is okay.
Gucci.
Yeah. Next story. In a case of the Morning Toast called it, Brad Pitt is not dating Sathari Khalsa despite report.
Duh.
Despite reports, the actor is not dating spiritual healer and jewelry designer Sathari Khalsa. Rather, a source tells E! News any rumor of romance between the two is, quote, entirely false.
And coming from Sathari Khalsa herself.
Or Brad Pitt trying to make Kourtney Kardashian jealous, unclear.
Yeah, like, honestly, this has a sprinkle of Kris Jenner in it. Because this article ran on E! News, and you know that's Kris Jenner's go-to platform, also TMZ.
No, but the original one was Us.
Yeah, no, so Us Weekly wrote it, and then Brad has been hanging out with the Jenners. She's like, hey, Kris, can you help me with this thing? I feel like Brad Pitt, like, probably doesn't have a publicist. Like, he's actually, some people are literally too famous for a publicist.
Yeah.
So I think he probably texted Kris and was like, yo, can you handle this? And she was like, I got you, boo.
Yeah, 100%.
I could see the whole interaction, like, happening.
Right. Rather, Pitt and Khalsa are simply friends, a point they proved while celebrating his new film, Ad Astra, last week. At the flick's after party, quote, she was with another girlfriend and was talking to Brad, a second inside shared with E! But at no point during the party did there appear to be an obvious PDA or any indication that they were romantic. Brad didn't really talk to her much. He was talking to different groups of people. It was just friendly and not romantic, as the Morning Toast speculated yesterday.
Brad Pitt cannot be tamed. And I'm sorry, I don't think a spiritual healer is the girl to do it. I think it's Khloe Kardashian.
I think, I know what you're saying, and I want to agree with you. I think I have to be realistic, and I'm throwing my hat in with Kourtney.
Yeah, no, like we said yesterday, Kourtney is the obvious match, but Khloe is more of a personality. Like, I think a better compatibility factor.
I don't know. But
just
I'll
something
take,
to think about.
But both would be
Me too.
And I'm not going to get off of this train unless, like, Brad Pitt is in the middle of the street making out with a woman that is not either of them.
You know, I will not believe anything.
And they're not filming a movie.
Until there's, you know what they say, no ring, no thing. Until Brad Pitt is married to someone else, he, in my mind, is a Kardashian in the making.
Yeah, maybe he's dating like both of them.
Brad Kardashian. Brad Jenner. Brad Jenner sounds like he could be one of Caitlyn Jenner's sons.
He should date Chris.
Brad Jenner sounds like he could be one of Caitlyn Jenner's sons. Brody, Bert, Brandon, Brad.
Love it.
Love it.
Okay, next story is just an interesting one.
Wait, also, before you jump in, we never spoke about how I started watching The Hills.
Oh my God, putting this down.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about it really quickly because I'm only like 5 episodes in, and there's so much to unpack. First is the Misha Barton of it all. She's literally my favorite. Like, I only want good things for her. Like, she's really seems like she has her head on straight. And if you listen to the media in the past couple of years, you would think she was like crazy. Like, remember there was that video of her like yelling at a wall in New York behind her apartment?
Yes, a fence thing.
Yeah, like you would think she was so crazy, but she seems to have her head on really straight and like really like loves the art of acting. And I think The Hills is going to be really good for her. And I love her, and I just like I want to protect her.
Agreed. Agreed. I'm so glad I knew you would feel that way.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it overall? Was it a good recommendation?
It's a good recommendation just because like the cultural implications of the show are so interesting. Like this actually is like a cool group of young Hollywood like connect, but it's not like the best show ever. Like,
no, but it's full of interesting factoids.
Right, like that kid, Brandon Lee, I was like, who the hell is this kid? And then his mom walks in and she's Pamela Anderson. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So that was just interesting, and he definitely has had a super interesting childhood, like growing up in the fast lane.
And he's the youngest one. He's like, but he's one of the wiser ones.
Yep, he has his head on straight.
And he's just a good character on the show because he has a good personality.
Yeah.
I did not like the girl he was dating.
Oh, but I just got to the place where they're like shopping at Fred Siegel, like for the first time.
Oh my God, you are going to die because
well, it's my go-to plane show because it's on my iPad, so I'm going to Malibu this weekend. I'll probably finish it this weekend.
I just need to spoil one thing.
No, please, 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 please.
Okay, but it's like so funny. Fine, I won't.
We'll talk about it next week when I finish it.
Further thoughts, Audrina, Justin.
So when Audrina and Justin first started to connect, I'm like, oh my God, this is like kind of cute, reminiscent, like, the hills is in London. Like I was really like feeling it. And after seeing them hang out for like one moment, I hated them both so equally. Like I actually think I hate Justin more.
Have you met Justin's new girlfriend yet?
No, I didn't know he had a new girlfriend.
No, I told you about her already.
No, I haven't.
I showed you her Instagram.
Okay, but no, I haven't. Oh, yeah, you did.
And her breasts.
But no, I haven't. He's just like so weird and like loose, and it's like, okay, that was cool when you were like actually famous on the hills. Like now
and younger.
You're on a reboot now. Everyone has kids. Like get your fucking shit together and like stop playing gigs with 5 people. Like sorry. Audrina is just like such a pushover, like doormat. Like I can't even relate to her on any remote level.
She gets better.
Okay, love Brody. And love that he's being so open about the Caitlyn of it all. Like, is she gonna come on? No.
She's on the show.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, there's a lot there. And
it's really confusing.
It's really confusing. And I love Caitlyn Carter. She's so cute. Their house is so cute. Like when he was in the bath and the window was open and he was like throwing balls to the dogs. Like dream, Malibu life.
Dream.
And obviously watching it now, it's like sad because I know that they're not together. And I just can't see why. And I feel like she had a hard time because I'm only like 4 episodes in. I feel like she wasn't open at first to the show. Like I think that she gets more open. Like I think she was kind of reserved. She never did a reality show before. Like all these people are veterans. So she's a little shy now, but I like her a lot. And I don't like people coming for their relationship, but obviously now it looks justified.
Yeah.
Which is really upsetting because I think that they had like a nice thing going for a moment, except like him sleeping in the car, whatever. And then who else is on the show? Oh, and we have to talk about Perez showing up with like his temper tantrum and then storming off when Misha Barton confronted him, which was probably one of the scariest things. She's like, confronting your bully, like, I can't even imagine. She's so brave.
She's so brave. I would have had such a pit. I would have been, my voice trembling. I wouldn't have known what words to get out. And not only did she said her piece, but she then stood her ground.
And shut him down.
And then he proved his true colors when he just went off the handle.
And stormed out, Stormy Webster.
It was so interesting.
Oh, Gunnar Pratt has an assistant, which is hilarious. I'm assuming that just means nanny. Mm-hmm. It's just, they're all in such interesting places in their lives.
What do you think about Jason Waller and his wife?
Love him, love his wife, love his sobriety, love everything they have going on. I want only good things for them. Like, I don't want this show to make them crazy. Like, they have such a good life. Love his wife. Like, she's so on the straight and narrow.
Okay, after this weekend, you'll probably be done with the show. From your flights.
Yes.
So I'll talk to you about it then.
Okay.
Also, and then you should watch Jason Waller on Just the Sip with Justin Sylvester.
Oh, okay, good.
It's just full of...
I get his name and Justin Bobby's name confused because like they played the same role, like bad boy, you know?
Yeah.
Bad boy, shiny toy with the price you know that I bought it, you know?
But you can either change or you cannot.
Yeah, like that's what, it's the two roads diverge in a yellow wood. One of them is Jason and one of them is Justin Bobby.
That's what Robert Frost was referring to.
And Justin Bobby took the road less traveled.
100%. Okay. Speaking of reality stars, Cassie Randolph sets the record straight on her relationship with Colton. Okay, so Cassie Randolph took to Instagram and said that she was going to speak on some rumors that were circulating.
That nobody really actually heard. And
I heard the rumor. I saw it. It was a Reddit screenshot. I'm in Snatchler Nation, so that's where the tea is. And it like said that, you know, they're struggling and what else did it say?
The main thing that it said was that
no relationship is easy.
Her family hates him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what the thread said.
That's what the thread said. And I'm pretty sure she said it was there was an article, maybe an article's coming out about them, but it was just a Reddit thread. And I personally, if I were her, I wouldn't have like addressed it on her Instagram where 1.7 million people are now.
Right now, more people are talking about something not a lot of people were ever really talking about.
Yeah, and now they're probably like, what's the drama?
Yeah.
But so she felt the need, she took to Instagram and just wrote about how, you know, there's all this stuff circulating about her and Colton, and while their relationship is not perfect at all, like it is good, and people go, you know, through ups and downs and blah, blah, blah. As our resident Bachelor expert, Snatchler, what are your thoughts?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like very normal. Like, this isn't a crazy thing for them to say. I just wish they weren't so like fake on Instagram. Then, you know, like every caption is like cheesier than the next.
Yeah.
And so, if that's how you actually feel, great. But if there's a lot, like, there's something so weird about like taking a break from all the lies on your Instagram to address the truth. You know, like
to go from one extreme to the other, to go from the best of your relationship on Instagram to what people are saying on Reddit.
Yeah.
Like, can't you just like post a picture of you and Colton and be like, you know,
we fought this morning.
Yeah, like today was a rough day, but it just reminds you, you know, like, I don't know, however you feel.
Yeah, like you make that cheesy caption a little bit more honest.
Yeah.
Like, you stole my hat. I stole your hat, but you stole my heart. Like,
yeah.
Am I supposed to believe that's a real couple?
No, they are a real couple, and I think if they're going through very normal struggles, then that makes me believe they're even more of a real couple.
100%.
But I don't know, there's just something about both of their Instagrams in particular that is so like inauthentic and kind of cheesy that I think people are even more quick to like question them.
But do you
Right,
not think
that's
that a
your point.
lot of couples on Instagram are inauthentic and cheesy?
I think some of the couples like whose love I really believe in, like they're not, and they're really open about like, okay, so I like live for Skinny Confidential, Michael Bostic, and she's like always putting him on blast. Like they're like a real
100%.
couple, and they also have cheesy captions like "I love you so much," which I'm sure they do, and then they also have like Michael wouldn't shut up today. Like that's fucking real.
100%. That's
I
a
also
great
think
point.
that Cassie and Colton are probably just trying to navigate how to do, because like they have gotten more criticism than I think most people have.
Agreed.
So like they think by doing these cheesy captions, it's putting like the haters like at bay,
bed,
but it's
yeah.
not. So I think that I really do think that they have been struggling with all of it, and so like they thought that they were doing a good job. Clearly not. Maybe now they'll learn, and maybe they'll be a little bit more real
Just
and
be
not
authentic.
do the cheesy captions.
Yeah.
anymore.
I didn't realize that it actually was bothering me, the cheesy captions, until all of this, you're saying it.
Because it's such a stark like difference.
Yeah. And no one's asking for it. Like, no one needs it.
No.
And you know what they did? They're not engaged. Like, they're just boyfriend and girlfriend. And she also was saying, like, she's known couples that are dating for longer and no one asks them when they're getting engaged. And so, like, they're just...
That's definitely annoying.
Yeah, it's definitely... I think there's a lot of it that is annoying. But I think, in general, couples on Instagram, like, we have to... Like, there has to just be some sort of, like...
But also, it's
code.
worth mentioning, like, every relationship is hard. Not just because you're on The Bachelor is it hard. Like, two people compromising, living together, like, that is hard and it's never going to be easy. But it's not hard because you're on The Bachelor.
No, but I do think that being on The Bachelor, going from being not to being a nobody to a
Celebrity.
famous person where you're like everyone's capturing your every move, I think that's really hard. And I do think that Bachelor couples feel pressured to make bad relationships work because they don't want to
Be another
They don't want to
statistic.
they don't want to have to deal with like, it's not just breaking up. It's like telling the world you're breaking up. Like,
Right.
And people they're so invested in these relationships. I think that is a heavy burden to carry.
Agreed. It's definitely harder.
Yeah, it's harder. It just adds a set of problems, but everyone has problems.
Yeah.
You know? But then maybe, you know, it also adds some pros where it's like, okay, we get all these brand deals and now we don't have as many money problems as we might
Right,
have
no,
had.
I was going to say, like, other people have problems, like, real problems.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, next story is so cute. For some reason, I'm loving this story, and there's like an extra fun factoid. Royal wedding alert, Princess Beatrice is engaged to Edoardo
I know the fun
Mapelli
fact.
Mozzi. Quote, we are both so excited.
I saw a picture. They were like, Princess Beatrice is engaged. I'm like, she already got married. They look so much alike, her and Eugenie.
Oh, the sisters.
Yes. I saw a picture. I'm like, didn't we see a picture of her walking down a set of stairs in a wedding dress?
Oh yeah, that's not even the fun fact. So they
I know what the fun fact
announced their engagement on Instagram, and I think that they got engaged a little bit ago, so now they're just enjoying their engagement, and their engagement photos are beautiful, and it turns out that they were taken by her sister.
Eugenie. Eugenia Doubtfire, dear.
Like, I'm just like really loving
That's
this
really cute.
announcement. Like, that's such a cute picture. It was definitely taken on an iPhone, maybe in portrait mode.
Yeah.
And they didn't have to like go through this whole thing. They were able to have like a little bit of a private engagement, which I think is nice. And I always like feel for these sisters because
Me
I feel like they get all of the responsibilities of being royal and none of the perks.
No, but also I just think their image in the media, like especially when we were growing up, was so bad. What was that movie it was like a royal movie?
It's like What a Girl Wants.
Yeah, there's like two cousins with the crazy hats. Like they're always a movie character.
Yeah, they're like the
always
evil
outcasts.
stepsisters.
Yeah, they're like the right. So I like feel bad for them, but at the end of the day, I think they're like nice, normal girls.
100%. And like now one's engaged, one's married. They're cute sisters. They obviously like are tight. They're taking each other's engagement photos. And I'm just really here for this story.
I just love a gaggle of sisters, you know?
And I love a royal wedding.
I love a royal wedding. And theirs is cool because it's royal and it's covered in the press, but it's not like so much pressure like you want to cry.
Yeah, but don't you like feel like, because there's always all this stuff with, and I think their dad is Prince Andrew, right?
Their mom is Fergie.
I think their dad is
she's
Prince Andrew,
controversial.
so they're going through it right now. And that's something that I keep reading about, and I keep saying, like, oh, we haven't spoken about that on the toast yet.
Oh my God, I have not put together.
Jeffree Epstein connection.
Oh, there's a big connection.
But you know what? I don't want to mar her engagement.
I agree.
With remembering to talk about this.
But I didn't put the connection together. Like, there's so many princes, you know? And I was just like, all right, Prince Andrew.
I'm fairly certain.
I think you're right.
Anyways, but I feel as though they have the responsibilities of being royal. They have to be proper. They're photographed. They can't step out of line. But they don't get, like, the perks of, like, I don't think they live in castles. You know? They're not, like,
No, I think they do live in castles.
No, I don't think so.
Jackie, if that girl from Ladies in London has a castle, Earl of Sandwich.
No, but that's because she's an earl.
Jackie, they 100% have a castle. They might not live there. It might be like their summer house, like, because they choose to live elsewhere.
They might summer with their grandma at Sandburg. What's that place called?
Sandwich.
Where she likes to go, the queen in The Crown.
I don't know.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
I don't watch The Crown.
Where she likes to
I can't remember that far
I think they have the best case scenario. I think they get a lot of the perks. I think they get a lot of the perks of being royal. You know, like the fame, the money, the royal wedding. But I think like if they, you know, pick their purse up off the floor, it's not going to be in the Daily Mail.
No, I think they get like all of the criticism and heat and none of the perks, which is just like...
I totally disagree. They really don't get a lot of criticism.
Oh, I feel like they're these two?
No, they...
And the hats?
When they showed up in the hats one time and it became like a media stereotype, like that sucks. But for the most part, like they don't get paparazzi'd everywhere they go.
That's true.
And they're not like
some people would consider that a perk.
Some people would, but like Princess Diana wouldn't, you know, like that level. Like they don't have what Princess Diana had and what now Harry and William are trying to like protect their wives from. Like they really don't have that. But they get invited to all the cool events. They could probably, you know, go to polo on Sunday.
That's true.
I feel like they're in a great spot.
I feel like they're in a great spot now.
You know, growing up, I think it was hard. And also their mom was like controversial. They got divorced, which is like the craziest thing. So I think they were like kind of like a dark spot, like a shit stain for a little while.
No, but so I don't know. I'm really happy for them. And I'm happy for this story. And I love that the sister took the pics.
Me too.
A little portrait mode action.
I love it. It's so cute.
So cute. Excited for the royal wedding.
And they look so fucking similar. It's crazy.
I didn't realize that they look so similar. Let me look at the picture again.
Like if you
I don't think they look similar.
If you showed me that picture,
one has red hair.
You showed me that picture. I'm like, oh my god, Eugenie.
You think so?
Eugenie. Eugenia. Doubtfire, dear.
Oh, maybe they do look really.
They look
similar.
really similar, but they're not twins. They're sisters.
Yes, they're sisters. Okay. Fifth and final story, a little biz news, not so much biz news, more like
a little biz news. Brought to you by one of our favorite businesses, Scentbird, a luxury fragrance subscription service for perfumes and colognes, a way for you to discover new perfumes and colognes without buying an entire bottle. More than 450 designer brands for you to choose from. They got Prada, Tom Ford, Versace, Dolce, Cartier, Glossier, Gucci, Calvin Klein. You can choose a perfume you want to try, and they'll send you a 30-day supply. That's 120 sprays, enough to apply more than 4 times daily for a month. If you're not sure what type of scent you're looking for, you can sort and find your new fragrance by brand, style, occasion, season, and more. And then new month, you can get new fragrance, new month, new you, new fragrance, same fragrance, replenish. The travel size is great because you can bring it on a plane. And with an exclusive offer just for our listeners, you can get 50% off your first month today at scentbird.com/toast. That's only $7.50 for your first fragrance. Go to scentbird.com/toast and sign up for 50% off your first month. Again, that's SCENTBIRD.com/toast for you to try your first perfume or cologne for just $7.50. Sign on, smell amazing.
Also, the place where the queen goes is called Sandringham.
Oh, wait. Thank you for reminding me. At my meet and greet in Vancouver, I met someone, Margot, named Sandrine.
What's that from?
Friends. Ross and Rachel have a baby and they cannot think of a name, and like Rachel's all like
I actually saw this episode like last week.
Rachel's very like into like alternative, you know, Rain, Sandrine, Darwin, and Ross is into like Ruth and, you know,
Sarah.
Yeah, like real like regular names. And I met a girl named Sandrine, and I was like, "Do you watch Friends?" And she was like, "Yes." I'm like, "Does everyone ask you like Sandrine Friends?" She's like, "Literally the first person."
What?
I was shocked. It's such a beautiful name.
It's a really pretty name.
It is a really pretty name.
Sandrine. He's like, "Hi, I'm Sandrine. My kiln is made of wheat."
Oh, I didn't see that
It's
episode.
such a great
I saw the episode where she takes Courtney Cox's name.
Yeah, but then she doesn't end up using it.
She doesn't use Emma?
Oh, actually she does. Sorry.
She does. Yeah.
Emma.
Okay, fifth story. It's not super busy news, but it's cultural news. The company that created...
You said fifth and final story.
Yeah.
Before, you said it about the biz news.
It is the biz news.
Oh, we haven't said it yet.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay.
The company that created Barbie is introducing a line of gender-neutral dolls.
I heard, Mattel.
Mattel has come a long way since it introduced the Barbie doll in 1959. On Wednesday, the toy company launched a line of gender-neutral dolls called Creatable World, where kids are invited to customize their own doll that isn't dictated by gender norms. Quote, in our world, dolls are as limitless as the kids who play with them, the company said on its website. Mattel describes Creatable World as a doll line that is designed, quote, to keep labels out and invite everyone in. The toy kit comes with short hair and long hair options, 6 pieces of clothing, 3 pairs of shoes, and 2 accessories that are both female presenting and male presenting. The dolls don't have the curves of Barbie or the broad shoulders of Ken.
Oh, so they're really like non-binary?
Yeah.
Interesting, great. Mattel, aside from that, major flub they had with the Monopoly that we spoke about a couple weeks ago, where they were going to have women making more money than men, they're usually on the brink of like what's.
That was Hasbro.
Okay. This is great, very appropriate, and Barbies have become weirdly like a controversial kids toy, because it's like, boys can't play with Barbies, like, yes they can, and they've just become like almost, and they're like tall, skinny, blonde, like it's not setting a great example for kids, but they've really evolved in a mature and responsible way. I have to give them credit.
I have to give them credit too. They're always like trying to evolve. They have different types of Barbies now, and Barbie can do anything.
Yep.
And I think this is a great step.
Barbie doesn't need a Ken.
Barbie doesn't need no Ken.
Yeah.
And I think this is a great step for Barbies and kids everywhere.
Yeah, I think this is really good.
Yeah, and dress it up however you want.
Yeah.
Because Eve's great.
No matter where she goes, dress her up from her head to her toes.
Remember when there was an announcement that they were making Life Size 2, and then Life Size 2 came out and no one watched it?
It was made for TV, and it was on Freeform, and I believe it was awful.
Yeah, but like we didn't even watch it, but we were so excited.
Because I was excited for like
Tyra Banks, Lindsay Lohan.
And like in a theater.
Yeah. But didn't
No,
happen.
we got a made for TV with commercials.
I should watch it. I feel like I would like it.
You do
It's
love
Tyra.
terrible movies.
I love terrible movies, and I love Tyra. I should go back.
You have
and
great
watch it.
taste in terrible movies.
I do, because I can, like, some terrible movies are great.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let you know which ones. Snitch watched my favorite Hallmark movie yesterday called A Feeling of Home.
Yes.
And she didn't love it as much as I did, but I think that's okay.
No, it was still great. It was still a great Hallmark film.
Sorry, the greatest Hallmark film to date, Freshman Father.
Miss Christmas.
Freshman Father.
Miss Christmas.
Based off a true story, real tearjerker.
A Feeling of Home. Real Housewives of Dallas recap.
Oh my God, so good. First of all, I'm loving this house in Correas. It's fucking beautiful. I'm like,
Beautiful.
We need to go to Correas. Polo, chic. I love these women, like I really do. And I was having a hard time last night because I know that you like have really taken a liking to Cameron, and she's definitely like loosened up. And I was starting to take a liking to her, but then I was getting flashbacks. Like, she doesn't really participate in arguments, but when she does, she's always wrong. That argument she had about buying a baby last season was so stupid, and she was so fucking wrong.
Agreed.
And I got so angry about it, and I was reminded of that feeling because that conversation she was having with Brandy, she was so wrong. And by the way, I have to say, like, Brandy is usually out of line, but like, Cameron threw the napkin first. That's all I'll say.
Okay, I completely agree. She's a lot of times wrong in arguments. She was wrong in this one for sure. I'm gonna play devil's advocate for 1 second because I think Cameron struggles a lot with being on this show. She loves the perks that come along with it, and she struggles with the fighting and the drama and how people are gonna perceive her because of her standing in society.
So she just leaves.
So when she's in it, like she just leaves. When someone's feelings are hurt because of something that she said, she actually can't see what they're saying. She's just seeing that she's being portrayed in a way, and like I don't think that's a good quality for someone to have.
Also, you can't go on the show and only want the pros and none of the cons.
100%. But I do think that she's working through it, and like I do see a lot of growth in her. So while she's not like my perfect favorite character yet, the fact that she's like learning, I look forward to seeing how she deals with this continued issue with Brandy, because I do think she'll get it right eventually.
But also, in her defense, Brandy is a tough person to argue with. Like, Brandy doesn't give a shit. Like, she has no one to answer to. Like, her husband's not going to call her if she's like, she is her own woman, and Cameron's not. Like, Cameron is held to the standards of her family, of society. So Brandy's not an easy person to fight with, especially when you're so conscious of like how you're being perceived. So I feel her on that, but like, we say this all the time. There is value in just owning your shit on the Housewives franchise.
And she'll get there.
Yeah.
I do think that she will, but right now she's so filtered. She has like 5 different filters that everything that comes out of her mouth has to go through. It's like her husband, her mother-in-law, society, and then she comes out with something, and it's like she's breaking those down a little bit, but it's taking her some time.
Yeah, and I love her aesthetic so much.
Love. And by the way, everyone is saying on this trip that she's been so fun.
Yeah.
And that she's been so
She's
great.
definitely loosened up. She was talking about how many margaritas she had. She peed in the bush.
Right, so she's changing. And
I
so
agree.
That's why I'm being really patient with her, because I went from a place of like, I never want to see this woman on my TV again, to like, oh wow, there's something really endearing about her, and watching her just mature and grow as a person, it's an interesting thing to watch.
I agree, and I think she saw herself on TV and immediately made some changes.
And like we do get like this society, like Highland Park connection life, and that's a lot of what the show needs.
She took everyone on a private jet to her house in Colorado.
Right.
We can't forget.
So with that comes the filtering and not understanding certain things. But I think she's going to get to a place where we're gonna like the Cameron that we see.
I actually really agree, and that's why it was just disappointing, because I feel like we made a little progress, and now I took a step back.
If next week she doesn't still see what she did, like in another conversation with Brandy, if she's not like, oh my God, I hurt you and I'm so sorry, I'll be bummed.
Disappointed.
But I think she's just going to take a little bit longer to get there.
That activity they did in that huge bowl was actually really cool. Like, that bowl was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just thought it was interesting.
In OC, I'm not like one for meditating and stuff, but it made me really want to go to Miraval.
By the way, Miraval, I think even if you're not into like health and wellness, is just like a sick fucking hotel.
No, but like I could get into it, I feel.
Me too. I would definitely go. I thought what that Gina and Emma Bronwyn did when they walked through the maze and like put their like things they want to let go, like I could totally do that.
I could totally do that. It feels like taking a giant shit.
No, I used to like think that like things like that were like so lame and like emo, but I was actually on the podcast talking to Taylor Strecker about how she says like therapy is like the most amazing thing, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna do it.
I think
I've been wanting to
just
go
to
to
talk
therapy.
about yourself. Like
you've been wanting
all
to
always.
And
yeah.
this show isn't long enough. Like all I want to do is fucking talk about myself. Like now I can literally pay someone to listen. Okay, I think
You
I'm
guys
gonna
should do it.
I want to do it. I just feel like it
Should we
feels
do
like taking
couples therapy?
a massive shit once a week
I'm not
that
gonna-
you just lightens the load.
I totally agree. But
Can
it's
you
like
find
hard for-
one?
What?
Can you find one?
Yeah,
A therapist?
I want like a cool celebrity therapist. you
Yeah,
know?
who knows all the secrets.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not how it works, ladies.
No, I know.
But
And,
I mean, honestly, after reading Howard Stern's book, like, he
yes,
makes
by
a
the way,
great case
that's
for
what I
it.
said on the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I was telling her the jealousy thing that we spoke about yesterday. And she was like, she like hates Howard Stern because she was like his #1 fan, and then he slighted her on the red carpet when she used to work at Sirius. She gave really good like gossip on the podcast. And she really opened my eyes. And she's like so tough. I thought she was gonna be like, you don't need therapy. She was like, it's amazing. And I'm like, oh, it is? Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
I mean, people really love it. I think it's just depending on who you are as a person. I've tried it before, and it wasn't for me.
Really? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do it. I think it'll be for me.
I feel like it would totally
I
be for me.
live to talk about myself.
I
It would
agree.
totally be for me.
Like, I just don't like to talk about my feelings, but it wasn't even that. I actually was really enjoying, like, I can unload all my problems onto someone, and they'll tell me what to do.
Right, I'm
But
looking
it's-
for the guidance.
But then it's not that. They just, like, want you to explore it more. They're not giving you answers. They're giving you tools.
Yeah, no, that's not it. Okay, wait, back to Real Housewives of Dallas. I'm glad they addressed the room thing, because I did think Leanne was super rude about it, and that's what I said to Stephanie yesterday. But at the same time, like, I want my own room, like, and I don't think that's unreasonable.
Yeah, I
She
guess
should have gone about it better.
I know that always like bothers me. That whole like, if you just went about it better,
Right.
But like, it's true. Maybe if she had gone about it better, but then they might have still been pissed that she wanted to room alone and not with Carrie. So I don't have a horse in this race.
Yeah.
Because I would want my own room.
But did you think
11-11, make a wish.
I wish for lots of happiness for everyone?
Yeah, that's a good one.
What else happened on the episode? Oh, Deandra was a fucking mess. She's honestly so funny, and the fact that she wouldn't go to sleep was so relatable. Like, you know, you've been around someone who's so drunk and like literally won't go to sleep and just wants to like hang out and keep going.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Margot on your bachelorette party.
Actually, no. Here's the problem.
What did I
with,
do?
You know when someone's like so drunk and all they need to do is go to sleep, but like they won't go to sleep, and like everyone's going to sleep and they'll stay up? That was you on Jackie's bachelorette party, back in Jackie's
Playing
room,
blackjack.
being like, let's go to the casino.
Oh my God,
And you
that's
were being
always
so
you.
mean.
But I'll
That's
tell you.
always you, though.
But I'll tell
What?
you something. This is what you do.
I always want to go to sleep.
This is what you always like talk all night about how the night's never going to end, and then for you a
Oh, that's
switch
true.
just flips and then it's over. Whereas like everyone else, you know, if you're telling me the night's never going to end, okay, I'm going to keep drinking, blah blah blah. But when that switch flips for you, but like now I'm really drunk, I can't go to bed, but you're done. You know,
Yeah.
like for
That's
me, it's
actually
like
a great-
slow burn of getting to a point where now I need to go.
That's a
Like you
fair
don't
assessment.
wind down.
Yeah.
You're just on or off.
I'm not a winder.
You're not a winder.
No.
Okay, what else happened? Dallas. Pola was cute.
Pola was cute.
Sounds like a short episode.
Everything in Correas just seems like so difficult. Like getting to the bathroom, like the stairs, like it just seems like they're working hard.
Yeah, but they're also drinking a lot. They're working it off.
I couldn't believe they wore the same outfits all day. Like they didn't go home and change for dinner. That's so unhousewife.
I know. I was actually thinking like what I would be wearing there because you want to wear something super cute to polo, but then it's also a treacherous day.
Yeah.
Shorts and a tank top.
Well, Deandra changed and put Spanx on in the van.
She made a Deandra's choice.
Yeah, and it's one we all must make at one point.
Yeah, she's being hilarious. We've never seen her this drunk on the show.
And I wonder if she's like cool about it or if like she wakes up and is like embarrassed.
I'm sure everyone wakes up with like a moral hangover, but she's actually really fun drunk. I think some people who are like mean drunks or, you know,
right, they have people have access to grind with them in the morning.
Yeah,
she is a fun
might just be
drunk.
like personally embarrassed that like her Spanx were showing on TV, but she doesn't have to apologize to anyone.
Yeah,
that's a good place to be in.
Okay, so I think it's time. I'm like literally so excited and like kind of nervous to meet Abigail.
She was so sweet.
She was? Okay, we're gonna take a break, go get a snack, go to the bathroom, see Sally at the water cooler, whatever it is that you have to do. We'll be back in 5 minutes with Abigail Hawk from Blue Bloods. We are taking questions from her that you guys posted on our Instagram. If you have a question for her, feel free to head over to the Morning Toast Instagram, drop a comment on our latest post, and we'll do our best to get the question to Abigail. We will see you guys in a minute. Bye. We are back with Sergeant herself. You know her as Abigail Baker. Her name is also Abigail Hawk. It is Abigail Hawk from Blue Bloods. I can't. Like, this is the best day of my life. You are actually our second Blue Bloods guest on this show.
Because we had Peter Herman.
Oh, man.
Now, he's not like a staple. He comes in and out. You have been there since
but
day
he's
one.
very important.
And very handsome.
And he set the bar high for Blue Bloods
I
guests on
bet
the
he
show.
did.
And he's
I bet
married
he
to a
did.
very important woman.
She's so important.
Did she come to set ever?
Mariska, no, I don't think she's ever been to set.
That's too bad.
But I've met her twice, so I
Wow,
consider
you're so
myself.
lucky.
I'm living vicariously through.
Well, that's so funny because I just said I'm also a huge SVU fan, and I thought I had seen like pretty much every episode, but I was watching reruns when me and Margaret were in Vancouver, and we watched an episode that you starred in.
Yes.
Where your son, who was ill, was kidnapped by your husband.
It's a really, really funny episode.
Was that fun to film?
No, it was terrible to film. It was gut-wrenching. I was so dehydrated.
Yeah, so
from
many
all the
tears.
crying.
You did such a good job.
Literally every time Raul and I did that gut-wrenching scene, which I won't spoil it if you haven't seen it.
Oh my God. I forgot about that part. So crazy. I'm gonna tell.
Spoil it, honestly, yeah.
Raul, okay, so her kid is like, he's not gonna live. Like he's like a baby. He's
a
hooked
vegetable.
on 100 machines. And she knows like the right thing to do is like take him and put him out of his misery, but she can't do it. So the DA like literally unplugs the machine.
Oh my God.
And it was his last episode.
And it was also like
Before
so
he moved
confusing because
on.
it didn't actually show. And I'm like, did he just kill the baby? Like it was so fucking crazy. It was actually such a good episode. I forgot all about that part because I was just like so fixated on the kidnapping. What an interesting life you
that
lead.
on a Thursday we're talking about killing babies.
Yeah, well, honestly,
I've not had enough coffee.
Raul did it, not us, not us. Okay, so you are obviously, you've been on Blue Bloods since
the episode after the pilot.
Wow, that's so
Yeah.
interesting. And it's just the dream job, right?
It's totally the dream job.
Like the
Come
best
on,
day ever.
Dream boats.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's the best.
And you like exclusively film with Tom Selleck.
I do.
That- like,
and
have you-
Gregory Jabara and Robert Clohessy.
And Sarge, Gormley, yeah.
Occasionally, Bridget Moynihan graces us with her beauty
that's
and,
true.
and presence.
With her
She's
beauty
always
and
in a
grace.
bad mood when
Yes.
she has to come to 1PP.
Yes, because that means she's going to be butting heads with Daddy.
Yeah, right. Right. Oh my God. And so you play his chief of staff.
Yes.
And you're also a sergeant.
Detective.
Sorry.
It's all good.
I'm so sorry.
It's all
Detective.
You're forgiven.
Did you do, and you know what's so funny? Anytime I meet like a New York City police officer, I'm like, do you watch Blue Bloods? And a lot of them actually do.
They do.
Like they
Yes.
actually don't like SVU. They think it's like an unreal depiction of their career, but there's a lot of respect for Blue Bloods.
I think so. I think because it really focuses on putting a human face behind the badge. It humanizes this profession. And I get recognized by police officers all the time. Like I'm in Penn
Really?
Station. Oh yeah, I'm in Penn Station, and they're like,
Baker?
and they just watch me, and I got my headphones in,
Right.
and my like baseball cap on, and my sunglasses. Of course, now you all know what uniform I wear when I'm out and
Right,
about. So
right,
now everybody's
totally.
gonna find me.
Oh my God, that's so funny. No, I always ask because there's a genuine respect for the show because I think you guys do
Yes.
a really good, accurate job of depicting the life of a family of police officers.
Absolutely, and I mean, listen. At the end of the day, they want to go home to their families, their
Right.
kids, their wives, their sisters, their brothers, and they are the community.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they are. So.
And now you're also in a new project called Distemper,
Yes.
where you play a scientist, very different than a detective.
Very, very, very different.
But also kind of similar. And it's premiering at the North Fork Festival.
It is.
That's exciting, next week, right?
On Friday, October 4th.
So tell me what kind of research you had to do to be a scientist.
I did a lot of Googling.
Yeah, right.
which
WebMD.
was super, yes, WebMD. It was very exciting. Well, there really wasn't a lot of information about her, which honestly made her more tantalizing to me. Very, very few pictures of her. Her pictures all came after she got all of her accolades, after coming back from the Congo,
Right.
and the Belgian government recognized her. But she was the very first female scientist to work for the Rockefeller Institute.
Wow.
And yeah, so I read a book that her partner, Sarah Josephine Baker, wrote called Fighting for Life. Yeah, I know. Similarities.
Baker.
It's all about the parallels.
It makes you think.
Yes. And so that helped to kind of dive into that time period and figure out what was going on. And New York was crazy in
Right.
the 1918s, 20s.
Not as crazy as it is now?
I mean, I think there's some similarities, but yeah, New York is crazy right
New York
now
is
too.
so
There's
crazy.
a lot happening.
You guys film in New York, right?
We do, yeah. we
Like on
film
the
in-
street?
Yes, I don't. I'm normally tethered
to the set.
Yeah, to the set in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. But
We actually got a question for you that I thought was a great question. Do you think in any world in the next few seasons, you will be written into a family dinner scene?
I better be.
Have you ever been at family dinner?
I have been at the table, but only in an official I'm on the job capacity. Like when one PP has not been functioning, or whatever the case. If Frank's got a death threat on his head, we'll meet at the Reagan House and have headquarters be there. So I have sat at the table, I think two or three times,
but never as like a fork. Haven't had a meal.
I haven't had any meals there.
Well, me and Margot actually,
a fork.
We went to visit, and we went to a family dinner scene, and you guys film in New York, and it was so interesting because there's so many people at the table. You have to do the same 10 seconds. We saw the same, what's your New Year's resolution? I remember like it was yesterday. 100 times, because all the angles at the food, and they had to keep refilling the wine. Like, it's very interesting. It seems like, honestly, it would be torture.
I mean, I wouldn't know, because, I don't get to, like, I'd love to be tortured and, have to have tons of wine at 10 o'clock in the morning. It sounds really terrible. Eating really delicious food that honestly, like, our props department is phenomenal. Like, those meals are,
and it's real food, right?
It's real food.
Yeah,
it's real food, and they have to prepare for that many people at least once a week,
and like multiple times, because every time they eat a string bean, they literally have to replace it.
It's
Jackie was so crazy.
It's like feeding Thanksgiving dinner, to 40 people
multiple times.
Multiple times.
The food looked so good, I'm not gonna lie.
I wonder if they finish their plates when they're done.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Probably not. I think they're so over whatever meal I don't know. I mean, I have the Blue Bloods cookbook, so at least there's some variety.
Oh, right, Bridget.
Yes,
wrote
Bridget
a cookbook.
She did.
That was actually really smart. Okay, I want to take some questions from Instagram. We got so many questions for you. Network Guy claims that you have an amazing singing voice. Is that true?
What?
Honestly?
Look at all my secrets coming.
Have you ever thought about pursuing singing as a career, or even releasing an album?
Of course.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, I've been singing since I was talking, and my first foray into showbiz was a production of The Sound of Music that I did at a community church in Georgia, which is where I'm from. I was Gretel. And
prestigious.
Yes. Oh, very. Those Von Trapp family singers. So I've been singing my whole life. I mean, it's second nature to me. I'm certainly a little bit rusty, and now I just have fun doing it on Instagram and singing with my two fellow cohorts, Bob and Greg. We do some ditties sometimes. I mean, Greg's a Tony winner, so he's got a lot more clout than I do.
Yeah,
and
just a little.
Bob can't sing. So.
But you're on Blue Bloods, so.
Yes.
Who really has the clout?
I know, me. It's me. I have all the clout.
Are you guys crazy? Number one question from Courtney M. Brooks. When will season 9 be on Netflix?
I don't know.
No, because it's frustrating. Like, if you don't, because, I had to buy CBS login all access.
Right. There was all that stuff with, like, DirecTV.
It's so annoying. So for a lot of people, it's becoming harder to find Blue Bloods.
I mean, listen, all I can say is just buy the DVD if you can't wait.
Yeah.
I hate saying that because I know Netflix is so much cheaper,
and it's so much easier. Like, what's a DVD player?
But I will say this. If you're a fan of Baker, there's an entire special features section featuring me.
On the DVD?
On the DVD.
Wow, that's so interesting.
You make a strong case.
Yeah, you do.
So, who cares about Netflix? Because you can't see those special features on Netflix.
Yeah, that's actually very true.
And the bloopers.
Lindsay Adoff.
Bloopers. Have you seen bloopers?
I always am watching Friends blooper reels because it's like so interesting. The best.
The best.
I'm going to watch. Do you think they're on YouTube?
Probably.
Oh, Margot.
Oh, I'm sure
activity,
they are. Yeah.
Activity for us. Lindsay Adoff.
Extra credit.
What do you see Baker doing in upcoming seasons? Do you have any input in your character's story?
Not really. I wish that I could say that I mean, listen, I think they are the writers are inspired by what we bring to the table. Mm-hmm. So in that respect, sure, yes, I have some input. But I would love to see some more information about her husband, who was, spoiler alert, shot in season 9.
Very dramatic.
He survived, but I'd love to see how that has changed the dynamic of their relationship. I know when Amy Carlson's character Linda was shot a couple seasons back, watching how that relationship developed between Danny and Linda. Anytime they've had a near-death experience, I mean. Obviously, she dead now.
It wasn't near.
Yes, now she's really dead. She's not mostly dead, she's really dead.
Can we talk about that? Because that was kind of weird. And I feel like there are two instances where, like, I feel like there's casting drama on Blue Bloods, like when Jennifer Esposito, like, randomly bounced, which was, like, the biggest mistake of her career. Also, divorcing Bradley Cooper wasn't a good one, but whatever. And then
we had to make room for Lady Gaga.
Right.
Oh, too soon?
No, not too soon. But then
I
was going to say then Lady Gaga. Then Linda also mysteriously disappeared, like, over a season break.
I mean, listen, again, I'm over in one PP.
That's true. You mind your own business.
I never get I don't get any of the like drama. Like we're very drama free over there, you know. Like we're really like, we have a great time, and we laugh all the time and we cut up, but we never get any of the gossip. Like anytime I get to see Vanessa or Marissa on set, it's like the greatest day ever because I hang out with a bunch of boys all day.
Right.
And I get a female on set, or if we get a female guest star.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's the best.
I mean, I like am obsessed with them
You've
to the
had a
point
lot of
where I
good
drive
guest
them
stars.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, we've had great guest stars, but like I was up Whoopi's butt. You know,
Yeah.
like
Oh my God, I
did
forgot
not
about her.
even.
Yes.
I did not leave her alone all day.
Her and Tom Selleck
Like, please
going at
talk
it.
to me and give me some estrogen, please.
Was she nice?
She's amazing.
I actually feel like she would be the nicest, best person.
She wears amazing socks.
And shoes.
But like the socks are incredible. So listen, back to Linda, you know, all I know is that it was a decision that Amy made, and I just think she was ready to move on. And I love Amy. Amy's an incredible mom and person and an advocate for many charities, and she's lovely. So all the interactions I had with her were incredible. I adore her. And I miss her. I miss you, Amy. But I don't have any, you know.
Of the tea.
Yeah,
but it was a mistake. If you would agree, right? It was a mistake.
I mean,
who walks away from the best job on television? Sorry.
You know, I can't speak to that because I'm not going anywhere.
Right. So you film mostly scenes with Gormley.
Yes.
And what's the other guy's name? I forgot.
Garrett Moore.
Garrett, yes.
DCPI.
And Tom Selleck.
And obviously, yes.
Is he intimidating? He was actually really nice to us.
He, you know, the first day, I mean, like this was 10 years ago, the first time I met him, which is crazy to say that.
You've been Tom Selleck's friend for 10 years.
And I just remember I was so nervous to meet him, but he walked up, and yes, he's larger than life. I mean, the guy's 6'4".
So
he's
big.
a living, breathing, walking, brawny man.
So handsome.
So devastatingly handsome.
Man.
So heartbreakingly handsome.
Heartbreakingly, heart-stoppingly handsome.
Literally.
And that mustache.
The mustache.
But he was so calming.
Yeah.
Like he just immediately put me at ease, and we established this rapport almost instantly, and he's wonderful.
Yeah, he really is.
You know, like so he doesn't intimidate me. He's just a guy wanting to do his job and do it right.
Right.
And I love that about him. I've learned so much from him.
Yeah, and I feel like he takes his job seriously.
Oh, it's important.
Yeah.
He's got to get it right.
And he's the police
He has
commissioner, you know?
Yes, he is the police commissioner of New York City, so that's a heavy burden.
It really
heavy
is.
crown to wear.
This is from Liz Elder. If you could play another character in any other show that you just like, who would you play, or where would you want to be placed?
Oh my. You know what? Well, I can say this here. So there's a woman named Kate Braystrup,
Okay.
who wrote a wonderful book. And of course now it's so early and I haven't had enough coffee, so I'm going to Here If You Need Me.
Okay.
There it is. Don't judge, mom brain. It's real. It's a thing.
It came to you, though.
It came to you.
It was quick.
So she wrote this amazing book called Here If You Need Me. It's a true story based on her life. And it was originally, like 5-6 years ago, optioned for a pilot, and then it didn't end up, you know, so many of them end up going to
cutting room floor.
Yeah, cutting room floor. Thank you, that's the phrase I wanted. But she's a warden and a chaplain with the Maine State Police. And she took up her husband's cross. He was killed in a car accident, and she raised her 5 kids by herself.
Wow.
And she became a warden and a chaplain for him.
Right.
So she took on his career dreams, and the way that she talks about life and death and motherhood and how she deals with grieving people, because Maine is, you know, it's wilderness, so it's
Right.
crazy. I'm so drawn to that kind of female energy.
Mm-hmm.
She's just a warrior, but she's
Wow.
quiet thunder, and I'm putting it in the universe that if
It's the
that
best
ever
thing to
gets
do.
picked up,
Ask, believe,
I want to be
receive.
her. I will be you, Kate Braystrup.
That's so interesting. I never heard that story before.
Yeah.
Maybe I should start
It's
reading.
mine. I mean, it's hers, but, you know, I'll make it
Could
mine.
be yours.
Marissa Laredo. Okay.
Hi, Melissa.
I always felt that Baker and Jamie would get together at some point during season 1. Was that ever a possibility?
What?
I never thought that. You've always been married, right?
I've always been married. We do, you know, we do have ongoing jokes, Will and I, that Jamie will prank Baker. Like, he'll call the office and be like, Baker, your refrigerator's running. And he's such an idiot. I love him.
He's so hot.
So, you know, I think they're friends.
They're friends.
in real life.
Well,
Yeah,
'cause you've always been
They're
married.
not friends with benefits.
Right,
I've always been
unfortunately.
married, and she's faithful and true.
That would be like, you know what's so great about Blue Bloods? It's really like a family show. Like you don't feel awkward watching it with like literally anyone. It's always been like, I've always said to me it's so similar to SVU, but like with real personal storylines.
Yeah, you get the character.
Like you always get the case, like the murder or whatever. But I find the Reagans more interesting than the cases. Like I could live without it.
Well, you know, SVU deals with that SVU is amazing. I mean,
Best show.
21
Yeah.
seasons, but you're dealing with that specific realm of detectives.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Reagan family, which you've got a DA, you've got the police commissioner, you've got a detective, and you've got a sergeant now. You know, so you see different facets of the career.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's so fascinating.
Before I let you go, I just have like one technical question for you. When it comes to like, you know, casting extras or like doing cameos, like where do you stand on that? Like, do you have any power?
I have no power at all.
Is there like a sign-up sheet?
Yeah, like on the bulletin board or something?
Yeah, like if you know anyone.
You know, you can sign up in the hallway. There's a little bulletin board, and you can write in Sharpie.
Yeah.
Red Sharpie.
And it recommended
It shows
by
up, and
Abigail.
you can highlight it.
Yes.
And you can totally throw my name around because it has tons of clout.
I'm just letting you know, like, I will definitely be doing that, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, I know Abigail Hawk. She said I could come here.
Yeah.
Friend of Abigail.
Friend of Baker.
I endorse her
Thank
for
you.
coming on the show.
Thank you for coming on this show.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Check
And
Blue
hey,
Bloods premieres.
Distemper too. Don't forget about Distemper.
Distemper premieres at the North Fork Festival next week.
Friday, October 4th.
And then after that, where can people find it?
Go to northfork.tv for all the information.
And
on
new season of
Distemper.
Blue Bloods starts like tomorrow, right? Oh my god,
10
I can't.
p.m.
Best
Only
day
CBS.
ever. Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to watch it live. Okay, whatever. I'll have to figure it out.
You can
Thank you so
figure it
much for
out.
being here. Follow
Absolutely.
Abigail on Instagram at Abigail Hawk with no E at the end.
No E at the end, just the bird.
You're not related to Ethan.
Ethan.
No, sadly.
Very sad.
No, it's cry face.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for listening to the Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show. We go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do. If you're watching, if you're watching on podcast, we're also available as podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, all the places you know. Thank you so much. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow because it's Friday.
Wow, she talks so fast. That's amazing.